Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to update Google Sheets row for resolved PagerDuty incidents. So I am using PagerDuty to manage all the incidents and issues which are raised in my organization, and I have also created a Google Sheets which contains the details of these incidents. Now my objective is that whenever the issue will be resolved in PagerDuty, I want to update the status of that same issue or incident in Google Sheets as well. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between these two applications, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So Pabbly Connect works on these two principles, trigger and action. So we are going to take PagerDuty in our trigger and Google Sheets in our action, and we will simply connect both of them with the help of Pabbly Connect to automate this entire process. And to learn this entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to update Google Sheets whenever an issue will be resolved in PagerDuty. So I am using PagerDuty, which is an amazing incident management software to manage all the issues and incidents of my organization. And I have also created a spreadsheet which contains all the details of the incidents which are raised in PagerDuty. Now I want that whenever a new incident will be resolved in PagerDuty, I want to update the spreadsheet related to the status. So here I am going to create an automation for this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, and that too without any coding or programming skills. So this is the homepage of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by tapping the URL pabbly.com/connect on our browser. After coming over here, we can find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in, but if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, because I'm already an existing user, therefore I'm clicking on sign in. This is the all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on this dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created, and we can also create different folders over here to save our workflows accordingly. To create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option. Let's do that. And here a dialog box has appeared in front of us, which is actually asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Update Google Sheets row for resolved PagerDuty incidents. After giving this name, here I am going to select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So I have already created a folder with the name as Incidents Management Automations. I am going to select that and done. So basically I want to save this workflow in this particular folder. In this way, by creating multiple folders, you can save your workflows separately in different folders according to your requirements. Now I'm going to click on create. And as we have done that, we can see that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts or the principles on which the entire automation runs. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now, let's suppose we are going to take PagerDuty in our trigger, and because we want to update the data in Google Sheets, so we are going to take Google Sheets in our action. And our objective is that whenever an incident will be resolved in PagerDuty, we want to update the Google Sheets as well. So we can clearly see that action is following what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the incident is resolved in PagerDuty, then only the row is updated in Google Sheets, otherwise not. So after understanding this concept, let's start creating the workflow step by step. First of all, we will select our trigger application, and that will be PagerDuty. So we will select that. Now we have to select the trigger event. So our trigger event over here will be incident is resolved. So whenever a new incident will be resolved in PagerDuty, the response will be captured. For that, we have to set up a connection between PagerDuty and Pabbly Connect. And here we can see that a webhook URL is provided to us for that same process. Now, along with the URL, we have also received some instructions. So we have to follow these instructions step by step to set up the connection. So first of all, let us copy this webhook URL, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. Step by step, I'm going to show you these instructions which we have to follow. So we will go towards PagerDuty, and we will go towards the integration section. Okay, under integrations, you will find the option of generic webhooks option. So we will select that. And now this is the webbook section. So we have to click on create webbook button. So let's click on this new webbook. And now we have to provide some details over here to create the new webbook over here. First of all, we have to paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I've done that. The next is the scope type. So it is given in Pabbly Connect that we have to select scope type as service. So we will go back and select service over here as scope type. Now the next is scope. So we will once again go towards Pabbly Connect. That under scope we have to select service or team. So I'm going to go back. We will select the scope as, let's say, first service. Okay. Now we have to provide a description. That means a name or a particular description to this connection. So because I'm creating this connection for updating Google Sheets row, therefore I'm going to enter updating Google Sheets as description over here. Okay, now we have to go towards event subscription. So first of all, you will deselect all the events selected over here, and then we will go back towards Pabbly Connect, and it is given over here that in the event subscription section, we have to select incident resolved, because our objective is that whenever an incident will be resolved in PagerDuty, we want to receive the response. For that, we will select the event as incident resolved. And now let's click on add webbook button. So the webbook subscription is created. Now I'm going to click on OK, and here our webbook is ready. So here the name of our webbook is also given updating Google Sheets. Okay, this means that our setup is ready. So let's go back. Here it is showing waiting for webbook response. So this means that now we have to do a test submission. How we are going to do that? By resolving an incident in PagerDuty. So I have a spreadsheet. I'm going to take you towards my Google Sheets, which contains all the details of the incidents raised in PagerDuty. So I'm going to resolve one of these incidents. So let's say I'm going to resolve this unauthorized access attempt detected. So we'll go back. I'm going to go towards incident section. So we will come towards the incident section, and these are all the incidents. So as I told you that I am going to resolve this particular unauthorized access attempt detected issue. I'm going to click on resolve, and here I'm going to give a resolution note that will be this incident is resolved, and here we can see that the incident is resolved. Okay, so we will go and check whether we have received the response of this incident in Pabbly Connect or not. And yes, we can see that we have received the response over here. The title of this incident is given as unauthorized access attempt detected. Here we have received all the details. This is the type, that is incident. Okay, the date and time at which the incident is occurred, event type which we have selected as incident resolved, urgency of the incident, the status of the incident resolved, okay, and all other details. This means that our connection between PagerDuty and Pabbly Connect is successful, because we already have the details of the incidents that are triggered in PagerDuty in Google Sheets. So we want to update the Google Sheets whenever the issue will be resolved. So here we have the column E as status. So I want to update the status of the issue which is resolved, and I want to enter resolved over here, and I want this process to be done automatically. For that, we have to set up a connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So what we are going to do, first of all, we will get the data of the issue which is recently resolved from Google Sheets. For that, we have to first of all set up the connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. So in the action application, we will select Google Sheets, and now we have to select the action event. So we will get the data with the help of lookup spreadsheets row V1. So we will select that. Now let's click on connect. From the given options, I'm going to select existing connection only, because I've already built a connection with my Google Sheets account earlier. But to create a new connection, you have to click on this add new connection button, and then you have to click on sign in with Google. Once you will do that, your connection will be successful. But you have to keep in mind that you have to log into your Google Sheets before making the connection, so that the authorization could become easily. Okay, now because we have selected existing connection, so let's click on save, and here we can see that Google Sheets is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So now first of all, we have to select our spreadsheet name. So the name of my spreadsheet is organization incidents. I have selected that, and because we have selected the spreadsheet, the sheet name is also selected, because we only have created sheet 1 over here. Now the next is lookup column, that what value you want to look upon in the Google Sheets. So I want to look upon the title of the incidents, because we have received the title in the response, and we want to look for the resolved title. So what we will do, we have to enter the lookup column. So the title is given in column A. So A will be the lookup column over here. We will enter that. Now the next is lookup value, that what value you want to look in the lookup column. I want to look for the title which we have received from PagerDuty, which is resolved recently. So we will simply map the data which we have received. Mapping is inserting data from previous step. Here our previous step is given, and here are all the details. We want to map the title of the incident. So let's select that, and it is mapped over here. So when we have mapped this data, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, now it is going to be replaced. So whenever a new PagerDuty incident will be resolved and the response will be captured over here, automatically in the lookup value, the title is going to be replaced with a new title. But in case if we will enter the data manually, then it will become static and then it is not going to replace with each and every new response. Therefore, to automate the entire process, we use mapping. So when we have entered the lookup column and lookup value, let's click on save and send test request button. And we can see that we have received the response. So this is the data of the particular title which is recently resolved. So in the response, we have received all the details related to this title. So here we have received the row index. That means in which row the data is added. So we have received row index as 3 because this particular title is added in row number 3. Okay, the next is the title, the date of creation of this incident, the priority and the urgency. Now here we have received the status field as blank because we do not have anything in status field. So here we want to update this particular field with resolved status because the incident is already resolved in PagerDuty. For that, what we are supposed to do, we will have to use one more action step, that will be updating cell value in Google Sheets. So our action application will be once again Google Sheets. And now we have to select the action event. So our action event will be update cell value. Let's click on connect. From the given options, I'm going to select existing connection only. Let's click on save. And here we can see that Google Sheets is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So once again, we will select our spreadsheet name. Okay, and the sheet name is also selected. Now it is asking us very important thing, that range. In which range you want to update the spreadsheet. So I want to update the status which is given in column E. So because here I want to update the status of this particular title, unauthorized access attempt detected. So it is given in row number 3 and column number E. So the status is given in column number E. So it will be same each time. But we know because we want to automate the entire process, therefore row is not going to be same each time. So whenever a new response will be captured, let's suppose the next time this critical application error will be resolved, then we want to update the status of this particular title as well. So the row is changed, row number 4. So what we will do, we have to enter the range in such a way that the column will remain same and the row should get changed each time. And the example in which we have to enter the range is given over here. So let's suppose here we have to enter, let's suppose here we want to make the update in column number E, so we have to enter E over there, and then if we want to make the changes, but now because we want to make the row dynamic, so we will simply map the row index which we have received from Google Sheets response earlier. So because we have mapped this row index, now it is going to be replaced each time, but we have entered the column in the range manually, so it will be same each time. So automatically whenever the issue will be resolved, accordingly the status will be updated. Now it is asking us what value you want to update in the column, or now it is asking us what value you want to update. We want to update the status that we have received from earlier response. And this is the status that is resolved. So you'll simply select the value over here. Let's click on save and send test request button. And we have received the response. So now let's go and check whether automatically the status in Google Sheets is updated or not. And yes, here we can find that the status is automatically updated as resolved. Now in the same manner, because we have set up the connection between PagerDuty and Google Sheets, so let's check whether the connection is successful or not. So in the same manner, now I'm going to update this particular issue as well. I'm going to copy the title. I will go back towards PagerDuty and I will simply resolve this particular incident. Okay, so I'm going to select this incident. I'm going to click on resolve and I'm going to provide a reason. So the incident is resolved. So let's go and check whether automatically without any manual efforts, the status of the incident is updated or not. And yes, here we can find that the status is automatically updated. This means that our workflow is running perfectly fine. So let's summarize what we have done here in the workflow. We have taken very simple steps, trigger and actions. In trigger, we have taken PagerDuty, and in action, we have taken Google Sheets, and once again, we have taken Google Sheets. And we have connected all of them with the help of Pabbly Connect in such a way that now whenever a new issue will be resolved in PagerDuty, automatically, because we have set up the connection between PagerDuty and Google Sheets, the status of that incident in Google Sheets will be updated. Now, in my earlier video, I've already guided you that how you can automatically create a record of all the PagerDuty incidents in Google Sheets. By watching that video, you can learn to create a record. Once you will create the record, then you can create this workflow as well in order to update the status in the Google Sheets whenever incident will be resolved as well. Okay, so this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends, and also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.